So this is a presentation about motivation in sport. There are three main theories of motivation: trait theory, social learning theory, and the interactionist theory. Trait theory suggests that an individual's characteristics will always be the same, and that they'll be motivated. They'll have the same level of motivation in every situation in life. And if you have trait motivation, it suggests that you'll be a winner in your sport. Social learning theory is completely the opposite of trait theory. It suggests that your motivation levels are mainly determined by the situation or the environment. So it suggests that, for example, you could be motivated in a fitness class, but not in a competition, because the competition is too competitive and it limits your motivation. The third theory is the interactionist theory. Now, the interactionist theory accounts for bits of both trait theory and social learning theory. So Daisy is a footballer in the girls' team at Valney, but recently her coach hasn't been selecting her for many matchday squads. But this is because she's been playing badly, and she knows that she's been playing badly. However, the problem is she now feels that she shouldn't bother trying to make the squad anymore, because there's no point, and she'll always be bad, and she's not going to get back in the team. So the attribution theory was by Wiener in 1982 and 1992, and it suggests and is about how individuals interpret an event and how this relates to their thinking and their behaviour. So there's two forms of this. There's internal and external. Internal is from within the person, and it's to do with their ability. And external is from the environment and to do with coaching. So it's the effect your coach has on you. So Daisy is affected internally because she doubts her own ability. Also, Daisy has learned helplessness, and this is part of attribution theory. She's learned helplessness because over time she's acquired the belief that that she can't get into the team, and she feels like once she's made a mistake, she feels like she's never gonna get better. And she feels like that failure is inevitable, so there is no point in her trying to make the squad, and she feels helpless. However, this is specific learned helplessness, not global learned helplessness, because it's specific because it's only in football, and she still is good at other sports like netball and still tries in netball. The achievement goal theory also applies to Daisy's situation, and this was by Pewder and Hall in 2001. The achievement goal theory is about outcomes which are task or goal orientated, and they affect the perception of someone's success. So in Daisy's football team, her coach creates a ego climate because and her coach is ego orientated because he only picks the best players, so he wants everyone to be the best. which creates an ego climate. So Daisy is intrinsically motivated and extrinsically motivated, because she's intrinsically motivated because she wants to get into the team, because it's not because it's affecting the way she feels. But she's extrinsically motivated because her coach only picks the best players. So this is motivating her to become a better player, and because it's not from inside her, it's an environmental factor. She is extrinsically motivated as well as intrinsically. Also, Daisy has a fixed mindset because she doesn't feel like she will ever be good enough for the team, no matter how much effort she puts in, and this is down to her coach creating an ego climate. So Alfie is a cross-country runner, and he always comes in the top 5 at national level. However, at school, he hasn't been given as much praise as he normally is, because his teacher wants to try and get others involved and others to come up and follow Alfie through the national setup. But this is causing Alfie to not feel the need to try as hard. However, he still is trying to achieve a new personal best. So Alfie's teacher is task orientated, and is creating a mastery climate for Alfie to achieve his new best, and for new students. Also, Alfie has a growth mindset, as he is trying to improve and is open to the idea that he can get better, and he will always be able to get better for the rest of his life, or until he reaches a point in his career. Also, Alfie is intrinsically motivated because he wants to achieve a new personal best, and doesn't want, and is it comes from inside of him, which causes him to be intrinsically motivated. Also, there is the achievement motivation theory by Atkinson in 1964, which suggests that which is defined as behaviours dedicating to developing and demonstrating higher abilities. So Alfie is a good example of this, and he's a good example of a Natch person from this theory, because in this theory we have Natch and Nath. Nath is need to avoid failing, and it's when you're not motivated at all because you don't want to fail. And Natch is having a need to achieve, and you thrive off of all feedback, which is what Alfie does. So Alfie is a good example of Natch because he needs to achieve, because he wants to achieve a new personal best. This is showing that he needs to achieve.